Welcome back to Impossibly Unremarkable, a podcast hosted by myself, Jonathan Butts, and my longtime friend, co-host, and champion of all men, Elliott Marks.
Yes, and today we are Pablo Sanchez and Pete Wheeler coming at you, swinging for the fences today. Isn't that right?
That is correct.
Yes.
Enlighten the audience. Who are those two people?
Those two people are fictional characters from a classic video game called Backyard Baseball.
This would make way more sense if you just listened to the last 10 minutes where we tried to record and apparently the button didn't work.
Unfortunately, for the first time in the history of this podcast, we started recording and then the recording stopped about 10 minutes in, which honestly is a blessing because that first 10 minutes was a train wreck.
It was pretty
rough. And now it is much better. I feel a little more warmed up. I feel a little better about this whole thing now, and I think we're ready to go. And that content that you missed, it's lost forever. You'll never know what we said. Forever. We could have said anything.
It is funny, though, that it's never happened. We've lost the video on a couple occasions, some weird freak accidents, but never the entire audio.
No, never.
And it's a good thing that it's just now happening, and we caught it early. It would have been pretty embarrassing if we were an hour in.
Pretty embarrassing.
But that didn't happen, and everything's good. So please do tell me how your week is going.
My week has been great. I won our March Madness bracket. That is right. I'm the victor. I am the best. Pay me. You know who you are. You have my Venmo. Give me my money. I haven't gotten it yet.
He is owed $5 from each person.
Each of you. I think I got $5 from one person.
Can I guess who?
I don't even remember who it was. I just saw there was $5 in my wallet. I didn't even check who it was from.
It's probably Megan.
Oh, could have been. Oh, probably was. Yeah, pay me, bitches.
That's me. That's included in me.
Yeah.
Know,
honestly,
bitch.
I don't know how I won because my bracket was not good. I think everyone else's brackets were just also not very good.
Yeah, particularly awful.
Yeah, so I ended up winning by a single point, by the way, in the end. All I needed to do was hope that another team lost because one of our other friends had Miami in the final or winning the whole thing, which came a little close.
Came pretty damn close.
But because Miami lost in the Final Four, I then won the bracket. So I am a genius. I'm the best at March Madness. You all owe me money. And we will soon get to witness our friend Ben eat some spicy wings because he came in second place.
I also actually had some pretty good success. I finished second in my work group bracket.
Oh, really?
I got $50 out of it, which is pretty awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
$50?
$50.
For second place?
For second place.
They didn't punish you?
They didn't punish me. I don't think they could have legally punished me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So
it's work.
It's
work. Was your bracket different in your work one than your?
I thought they were actually pretty close. I mean, in both brackets, I had picked Alabama.
Okay.
And so when Alabama lost, I assumed that my bracket at work was SOL because my friend group bracket was just destroyed.
Yeah.
I finished 8th out of 9 places.
Yeah, you were towards the bottom. Yes.
And thank God I didn't finish last. Whoever finished dead last. Really bad at doing brackets. But I picked really, really well, all things considered, I guess. I think I had 2 of the final 4 picks correct. I had UConn and one of the other ones.
Yeah, I had UConn in there. I think they were my only one, though.
Yeah. But I normally don't do very well, so I'm quite pleased with myself. And I'm also glad that you won because that means you don't have to do this spicy wing.
I know. I was worried because if Miami did win, then I would have come in second.
Yeah, we've all seen how you handle hot wings.
Not well. I would have been in the bathroom at that B-dubs crying.
I can't do this.
I can't fucking do this. Actually, one of the UConn players, because UConn ended up winning the whole thing, it's Ramadan right now. So he's celebrating Ramadan, and he was trying to decide if he should wait to do his fasting, after the tournament, but he decided to not do it. So he did it during the tournament. So he was fasting throughout the whole tournament. Fasting, I think based on time zone, probably 14 hours a day or something like that. And then it ended up winning, and he was a super good player. I can't remember his name, but he said he was inspired by Hakeem Olajuwon because he did the same thing.
So I don't know much about Ramadan. What all can they, no food whatsoever?
Yeah, so there's hours of the day. I think it's they can have breakfast or something, their break fast, basically. And then until sundown, they can't eat.
That has to be tough, as an athlete.
Yeah, but he said that he felt lighter. Like he felt like he had more energy, which is counterintuitive to what you would think because food gives you energy. But hey, man, it worked for him, man. He won the tournament. So
he's a natty
I guess
champion.
Defies all logic. Don't eat. It's not going to help you.
Now, I saw someone's take online, and I want to know if you agree with it. Someone was saying that March Madness feels like it really loses energy pretty quick.
Really?
Like the level of energy, the level of excitement around the tournament drops off pretty quick.
I get that because as the tournament goes on, there's less and less upsets, right?
Yeah.
So unless there's like some super cool Cinderella team who's like a 12 seed and they're going all the way, it's like whatever. So, I mean, the best part is definitely the first 2 rounds where like things are just going crazy. That's where the real madness is ensuing.
I also feel like there was way too much time between the Elite 8 and the Final 4. Because it feels like there's like a week and a half, and then the Final 4 happened, and then right after it was the championship.
Yeah, so it starts off super hot, and then they get to like the Elite 8, and then take like a week off, or like they take that whole week, and then that weekend is like...
Shouldn't take the week off.
The Elite 8, and then I think the next weekend's the Final 4, and then the championship is the following Monday.
Also, like a championship on a Monday at like 9 p.m.?
Yeah, I don't know why they do it on a Monday.
Who's calling those shots?
I honestly forgot it was even happening on Monday.
Though, if you remember what I said... To you, I said, for the last 20-some years, more than 20-some years, almost 30, like 25, something like that, some number. 1997, I was born in 1997, 25 years.
Yeah, that's how old you are. Hold on, wait, carry the one. How old am I?
I'm trying to remember how old I am. It has been 25 years since a team west of Waco, Texas has won the championship.
Yeah. And still stands.
Still stands. It's tried and true. Don't pick a West Coast team. You're going to fucking lose.
They can't do it. I wonder if it's like travel. Maybe they have to travel too far.
Could be.
They have longer flights.
I don't know where the games are held.
They're held in different spots.
They're held everywhere. But
yeah, I don't know.
There's also just way more teams on the East Coast.
That's true.
There's so many teams on the East
statistically, Coast. It's probably more likely.
Yeah, but it holds true. So next year, when you're going through your picks, remember these wise words that you've shared.
From this guy who came in second to last in our bracket.
But second to first in another bracket.
Yeah. I don't know how that happens.
I'm just really bad and good at the same time.
Yeah. The other thing that happened to me this week, which is a bummer, I had to get my pipes checked on my house.
Oh. I thought you were talking about like your
my
body pipes.
My pipes.
Yeah, your lungs.
Oh.
Elliott has lung cancer.
That we dropped that on the podcast. No, the pipes in my house, because I live in a neighborhood where the houses are a little old, so the pipes are a little old, so they're all kind of shitty, and our pipes like back up all the time. Like once a year, we have to get them cleared out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's really bad. So I had these people come out to check the pipes, clear them out, whatever, and then they like took this little camera down there and like went through the pipe, and they're like, hey, come down and look at this. So they like had me come down just like so I could like look at it. I don't know why they did that, because I'm like, what do I know about pipes? What am I? Yeah. Who cares? But then they took it through the pipes, and then they're telling me everything like, oh, well, there's a lot of like roots grow into the pipes, so there's like little roots that they can clear out, but they'll grow back and clog it up again.
What kind of roots?
Tree roots.
You have trees in your pipes?
Well, no, not tree roots.
He has trees in his pipes.
They're just like little from the ground, whatever. Nature, right?
Nature.
That's besides the point.
Nature in the pipes, all right.
Nature in the pipes, baby. That's an album name or something.
That's a great episode title. It's fucking meaningless.
Nature in the pipes.
Nature in the pipes. Boom, right there.
Boom. Anyways, so they cleared everything out, but they did say, so our pipes, apparently over time, they can develop these things. They called them bellies. Pipe bellies?
You're just making shit up.
No, this is real. Pipe bellies. And it's where there's like a little divot in the pipe. So like it'll accumulate still water so it won't flow through. So then that also leads to more pipe blockage. So that's a problem. So they said that we most likely will have to replace our pipes at some point, which is super expensive. So we'll see
pipes ain't cheap.
How that goes. The funny thing is these guys were so weird. Like plumbers, I don't know. Plumbers are a different type of people. Like they were just like talking about pipes and like making little pipe jokes. Like they were just like things that just like I didn't even care about or laugh at, but they thought were hilarious. Like they were just like a lot of people think that your pipes just go straight down. No, they're going out to the street. And then the one guy was like, unless you're in St. Paul. And then the other guy was like, what? And I was like, What does that mean?
Who thinks their pipes just go straight down?
I don't know. Who's that stupid?
Yeah, my pipes go 300 feet down.
Apparently people think that their pipes just go straight down into the earth. No. We all know that they go out and then go to a bigger pipe and then continue on.
What does that have to do with the St. Paul?
I don't know. Apparently their pipes are different. I have no idea. They just know about the pipes.
They got an entirely different pipe system altogether.
They got a pipe system that no other city has. Everything's different over in St. Paul. But I just thought that was weird. Plumber humor. Fucking weirdos.
So did they do anything? All they did was just check your pipes?
Well, they cleared them out, so they weren't blocked anymore. So they're good now. But, it's inevitable. It's probably going to happen again.
I'm sorry about your pipes, brother.
Yeah, what can I do? What can I do? What can I say?
Get better pipes.
Yeah, I might have to replace them, but we'll see. Whatever.
Nature in the pipe?
Nature in the pipes, man.
I've already forgotten it. Well, your week sounds fascinating.
It was a blast. Another, just shout out to homeowners out there. We're all struggling. We're all just trying to fix our homes. They're constantly breaking down and falling apart, and there's things you have to fix all the time.
Fuck homeowners. Shout out renters paying someone else's mortgage. Sound off in the comments.
Stop that. Stop that. We are done with that.
Do you want to hear about my week?
No.
You don't want to hear about it?
Fine. Tell me about your week. Tell me about it.
You don't want to hear about it again? It's based... I don't want to say this again. I'm going to make it really quick.
No,
make
just
nice
do it.
And succinct. It's baseball week. Baseball is back.
Baseball's back!
The Twins are undefeated. They are 4-0. It's good. I am happy about it.
So the Twins are one of two teams that are undefeated right now?
They are one of two teams. Them and the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
They're the Devil Rays? I thought they were just the Rays.
They're just the Rays.
Didn't they used to be the Devil Rays?
They used to be the Devil Rays.
Things change.
Thrown it back, though.
Nah, okay.
I love the Rays.
Yeah, so the Twins have won a total of 4 games this far.
4 straight games, and we're playing probably right now.
Oh, you're missing it.
I am missing it.
Oh, they could be winning.
They could be winning, but they also could be losing. So you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
We're playing a not great team that has a really good pitcher right now. So
Wait, who are we playing?
the Miami Marlins.
The Marlins. Aren't they always bad?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been alive for a good Marlins team. Based on my vast knowledge of baseball history.
I have to believe they probably had more playoff success in the last 20 years than the Twins have.
Really?
Well, last 8, 16, 17. I mean, we have the longest streak of playoff losses in North American sports history right now.
We're bad.
We've lost like 19 straight playoff appearances.
What?
Yeah, it's really bad.
Wow.
It's really defeating.
We're really bad, but not this year.
Not this year?
This year
Things
we're
are different.
We're 4-0 right now. We're aiming to be 162-0.
See, the Marlins had a plethora, a surplus, you could say,
Really?
of great starting pitching. And so in the offseason, they traded one of their starting pitchers, Pablo Lopez, to us
Okay.
for literally my favorite player. So it's kind of heartbreaking to see him in a different uniform. But Louis Arias, he was the batting champion last year.
Okay, yep.
Great little fella. He's
Little fella.
I mean, he's pretty small.
Real Pablo Sanchez.
He's pretty scrappy, but goddamn, he is like probably one of the best contact hitters in the game right now.
So we traded for a
pitcher.
Marlins pitcher.
Yes, 4 Marlins.
Who's now on our team.
Yep, he's now on our team.
So it's sort of a revenge game for that guy.
Yeah, I think he pitches tomorrow against them.
Wow.
It's got to be weird, to play against your own team.
Uh-huh.
But
sort of like when I leave this podcast, join another podcast, and then come back and guest on this one.
yeah, it'll be
a revenge podcast for me.
So where are you going? You know what? I've got so many people lining up to co-host this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
so many.
I got sponsors.
Got so many people lining up for this.
I actually thought about doing a bit where as like an April Fool's, where I was going to tell you that someone reached out to sponsor us.
Really?
But then I felt like that might be like unusually cruel.
I don't think I would have believed you.
Really?
There's no way.
What do you mean?
I've done enough research on getting advertisements for podcasts to know that we're not quite there yet.
Aww. So, well,
but we will be soon.
This time next year, if we're still around,
Yeah, if we're still alive.
If Elliott beats his cancer thing that he...
Stop. That's not even funny to joke about.
He doesn't have cancer. Don't...
Some people actually get the big C, and that's not funny.
This dude, let me tell you, he's made quite the cancer jokes. You remember back in the day?
Yes.
But we're past that.
We're past that.
It's not funny.
It's not funny. Don't joke about it. Don't even think about it. Okay, whatever, man. Anything else been going on with you?
No.
Just baseball. That's the only thing in your life.
No, well, I mean, this weekend I'm going to go see some family in Michigan. I'm quite excited for it.
Oh,
Yeah.
whereabouts in Michigan?
In a Detroit suburb.
Ooh,
A
gonna go to 8 Mile.
No, it's a safe suburb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't Detroit kind of on the rise right now?
It could be. I don't know. I'm really disconnected from Detroit news.
I've been hearing good things about Detroit. They're really coming up.
Their baseball team still sucks.
Yeah. Well, life's not about baseball. Okay. This is real life. What are you doing in Michigan?
Just seeing family.
You live a very interesting life, brother.
No, fuck you. I got my pipes clean. I'm going to talk about this for 10 minutes.
Are you? What are the plans for Michigan? Are you got anything big lined up? Just seeing people?
I'm seeing people. I mean, not much else to do. I mean, my grandma lives there, and I haven't seen her since like 2017.
Wow,
It's been a very long time.
that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I was missing her. I'm like, I'm gonna go there.
Yeah,
So I'm going there.
heck yeah. How long are you gonna be there? Just the weekend?
Just the weekend. I mean, Thursday to Sunday.
Okay.
So a little extended weekend. But then after that, I'm plumb out of PTO. I'm never taking time off again. Between Germany, between New York, between...
Aren't we supposed to go on a trip in the fall?
Well, hopefully I'll be replenished by then.
Oh,
If not, you guys will
you
just-
accrue. You're an accruer.
Yeah, I'm an accruer.
Okay.
Not a
okay.
bulk
We're
guy.
not all accruers.
I'm okay with that because I think if I got all of my PTO up front, I would 100% lose it immediately.
Really?
You know? I would spend that shit.
I never do that.
Really?
I barely use mine. You know, like I will have to use mine because I didn't want to talk about it, but I'm having a baby.
Oh.
I will have to use it for that, but beyond that and our trip that we have in the fall to the BWCA, which I can't wait to do another recap of that.
But down, Drawada.
But down to what? Yeah, I saved mine. Like last year, I literally ended the year with some in the bank,
No,
which isn't anything to brag about. Honestly, if you have PTO, use that
Yeah,
shit.
don't be this dude.
Don't be me. Don't save it because it's there to be used. Use it.
Yeah, I'm always scraping at the bottom of the barrel, but it's okay.
Hey.
That just means I'm doing stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
that just means that you're busy. You're out there living life.
Yeah.
You're too committed to living to the fullest, you know? Everyone should be a little more like you. Go to Michigan and have no plans there, apparently. Who goes somewhere and
I'm
is just
seeing
like,
family.
I don't know what I'm doing.
You've never just gone somewhere and be like, I'm going to hang out with family, and it just goes from there?
No.
This guy hates his family.
Whenever I go
apparently.
somewhere, I have a purpose. I have a reason.
I have a purpose to see my family.
I've got plans.
I got plans to see my family.
Okay.
I would
all
like
right.
to see a Tigers game. I don't know if there's time for it, but I like
Yeah.
Comerica Park. It's a cool stadium.
Nice.
But all right, enough about that.
Oh.
What a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Recommendations of the week. I'm going to get started
Please.
because I've got some really great recommendations.
Recommend.
So, if you're a rube and you haven't caught any of
You're a what?
a rube,
A rube?
a rube,
What is that?
please don't ask me to define it.
What is a rube?
It's like a boar.
That's not a term anyone has ever used to define
Yeah,
anybody.
I'm sure I've used the word on
You
this
rube?
podcast. Yeah, look it up. Start using it. Call people a rube. Sorry.
Stop. I've never heard that term, but all right. If you're
All
a
right.
rube out there.
If you are a square and you have not caught any of our bonus content,
Yeah.
that's crap we randomly release on Tuesdays.
Randomly release.
Randomly drop.
Specifically on Tuesdays.
Specifically on Tuesdays for whatever reason. We did it today. Today's technically Tuesday.
Yep.
By the time you listen, it'll be Thursday. But the last few weeks, we've been churning out some really great guest content.
Absolutely.
We released an episode where we had Rob from the Drink O'Clock podcast on. We were on his podcast.
Yep.
It's a great time. Rob is wonderful. Please go and listen. Another great one. Where We Go Next with Michael Callahan. We had him on a couple weeks back.
Yep. Very interesting man.
Really, really. I mean, God, if anyone was just born to talk and born to podcast.
Dude, having him on the podcast made me feel like a stupid piece of shit.
Right. He sounds like you would describe him with the words production quality.
Yeah.
Like that's just how
Like
he
if you were going to start a podcast, he would be the guy that you would recruit to be the podcast guy.
Exactly. He is so thorough, very well researched, very just intelligent, bright,
Yes.
wise. I mean, he was so
Wise.
introspective.
So introspective.
He asked us where our podcast name comes from. And I told him about, it was just like a Twitter handle or like a Twitter bio I had for a couple of years. I was just like trying to play on like self-deprecation. And he started talking about how he had to learn to value himself. And he wanted us to apply that to ourselves. It's just like, honestly, not,
I mean, It's just jokes, man. I don't know.
It is just jokes, but maybe if we just tell people we're shit all the time, they might start thinking we're shit.
I mean, there is a point to that.
Yeah.
That the energy that you put out there, people start to pick up on that, and then soon they'll believe that about you as well.
Yeah.
So I get what he's saying, but at the end of the day, it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
But I appreciate how introspective he was, how in-depth he was.
For sure.
And then today, we released an episode with Laurel.
Shout out Laurel from Attuned Alignment.
Attuned Alignment, that is their website. And they also co-host a podcast called The Astrology of Podcast.
Yes. Very interesting. That interview was super cool. They were very interesting to talk to. Very enlightening about astrology and other topics. So
I didn't know dick about squat.
Didn't know
when it came to
diddly
astrology. Honestly, I wouldn't call myself a non-believer. I wouldn't like to paint myself in such a negative light.
No.
I don't really, dislike the practice, but man, it's quite interesting to learn more about astrology and the applications and how they've made, a career out of it. Very cool. And also a podcast that talks about serial killers. Awesome. So go and listen to all three. That's the Astrology of Podcast. That's the Drink O'Clock Podcast. That's Where We Go Next with Michael Callahan.
Yeah, listen to those episodes. Just bomb-ass shit.
Bomb-ass shit?
Yeah.
So you say that, but I can't say rube?
Well, what is rube? Rube is nothing.
Rube.
You're a rube.
See, you sound like you were born to say rube.
Yeah, I kind of like it now. My rec of the week is so stupid, man. What the fuck? My rec of the week is Crystal Light with caffeine.
All right, fuck you. If there was ever like a catalog or someone like was going through all of our episodes and like, ranking them, this has to be near the bottom.
Dude, no, this one's great. No, honestly, man, I have two recommendations, and they're both food related.
Crystal
Light with caffeine. No. Crystal Light specifically with the caffeine. They're 5 or 10 calories depending on the flavor. They come in many different flavors. Today, I'm drinking citrus, which is an orange-ish flavor, and I love it. They've got 60 milligrams of caffeine for a nice little pick-me-up. Also, if you're tired of drinking that water, add a little flavor to it and do yourself a favor.
Did we have Crystal Light in the Boundary waters?
Yeah, probably. And Tang.
And Tang. I will say that's a lifesaver.
Dude, honestly, I love water, right? Water's amazing. Can't get enough of it.
Big water guy over here.
Big water guy over here. But, sometimes you just need a little flavor in there. You just need to throw something in. And Crystal Light is the shit, dog.
We're not sponsored by them, by the way.
Will be soon.
Yeah.
My other rec of the week is smoothies. I'm not kidding. Make your own smoothies at home.
This is so stupid. I recommend hamburgers.
No.
A hamburger before.
Homemade smoothies specifically. Don't go out and buy a smoothie. Get yourself a blender. Get yourself your own frozen fruit at home and your own yogurt and your own whatever else you need. I put almond milk in there, protein powder, to get a nice protein smoothie. It's amazing. I had a great smoothie today.
I will say I've made some homemade smoothies before. Yeah. They've never been particularly good. And the ones that I've had are, made by restaurants, quick service places. Yeah. And they've been very good, but I know it's just because they usually fill it to the brim with sugar.
Yeah, exactly. My smoothies. I'll make you one. I'll make you a smoothie.
Okay.
There's just nothing quite like making a homemade smoothie, Especially if you get your nice protein in there. You throw in your yogurt. And you can get creative with it, man. I don't know. I might start going off the wall. I was thinking of crazy ideas. What else can I put in this smoothie?
Name a couple crazy ideas.
What if I put coffee in it? Made a coffee smoothie blend.
I'm sure that's a thing.
Exactly.
What other crazy ideas do you have? What's the most complex combination of fruits you've had in a smoothie?
I'll throw bananas, strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. Not all at once, but a different combination of all of them. I'll throw some spinach in there. Just to get some greens. You can't even taste it.
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
We gotta
throw a scoop of peanut butter in there. You can do anything.
We got a ninja smoothie thing.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll get into smoothies.
Yeah, start making your own smoothies. They're awesome.
Cup of sugar.
I mean, it's your smoothie, man. I'm not gonna tell you how to make your smoothie.
Just making the like most unhealthy smoothies.
Dude,
Right
I
home.
love making smoothies. You're just like, throwing a bunch of shit in there.
Hershey's chocolate bar.
Yeah, what can we blend up? Do you remember those stupid videos where it was like, will it blend or something? It was like an ad of like a specific blender, and they would just like blend like things that shouldn't be blended, like a fucking golf club or like an iPhone. Like they would just like, will it blend? And then they would just like feed this like giant item into this incredibly powerful blender, and it would just turn into dust. I gotta get me one of those.
I hate gimmicky content like that. I hate it.
Yeah, but those videos in particular were pretty funny. I don't know.
There's this guy on Facebook. I mean, he's on YouTube, but I always see him on Facebook. Like,
Yeah.
his videos pop up for whatever reason. I don't know the name of his channel. I mean, no disrespect to him, but every video of his is the same. He's like, today I experimented by cooking a steak in Spam. Like,
What?
every video is the same. They're like, I dry aged this steak, but it was covered in nacho cheese.
What does that mean?
Let's see what it does. And he's like, do you know what dry aging is?
No.
It's basically like you dry out a steak and age it for like 30, 40 days, and it
Yeah.
takes on like kind of like a different flavor.
Okay.
But what you can do is like you can dry age in things. So like people will dry age, sometimes they'll dry age steak like covered in butter.
Yeah.
So it'll take on like a buttery
Sure.
flavor.
So it really soaks it up.
Yeah, it really soaks it up. So dry aging is like a real thing, but this dude just like, I dry aged this steak and covered it in molasses. Like every episode is the exact same thing where he does this like really gross thing to it, and the end result is the
Wait,
same.
does he eat it at the end?
I don't know that he eats it, but he definitely
He should.
He fully cooks it up, and it's like, dude,
That's a waste of steak.
it is a total waste of steak. Like it's like taking like really good cuts of meat. Like,
Yeah.
I love steak, and it's hard to watch this dude just like.
Today, I'm dry aging Wagyu steak in cranberry sauce.
Yeah, that's like exactly the, and people fucking eat it up. They're like, oh man, this guy's a revolutionary. I love this kind of content.
Today, I'm dry aging a steak in my grandpa's ashes.
That's the exact kind of, and the funniest thing about it is when he cooks it,
Yeah.
because you don't cook it with all the crap on it. You like pull it off because it like kind
Oh.
of dries up on it.
So you're just doing it for the flavor, and then you're taking it
Yeah.
off and then cooking it.
and then and every time he does it, he cooks the steaks and they just look completely normal.
They just look normal, but
Yeah.
they probably taste different.
They probably taste different. They probably taste weird.
How do people come up with this stuff, man?
It's
How do
just-
people think like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna cook my steak, but I'm gonna put it in something. I'm gonna put some stuff on it.
It's probably he's a genius. I bet he
Genius.
gets like a way more views than we ever do.
Yeah, that's what we got to start doing. You got to start cooking steaks.
Well, really, we just need clickbait titles
Yeah.
and like thumbnails.
Oh,
I jerked my butt. My
what the? Why do you? I don't think that video would get monetized.
I mean, they're not.
I
monetized,
jerked
but
my what?
I kind of lost my train of thought.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Finish it.
My co-host did what under the table? Easy. I would be a great clickbait YouTuber.
Yeah, you would. You should start doing that.
Thanks.
Start hitting it hard. Anyways, yeah. Let's. Is that it? And no more recommendations. You just did
No
a
more.
self plug for us.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
What?
I'm just kidding.
Self plug. I plugged three wonderful podcasts
Yeah, you're right.
and we had them on, and it's okay.
Okay, question of the day. Question of the day is, if you could pick one store to shop at for free for the rest of your life, what store would you pick?
Best Buy.
Really?
Yeah.
You just get just a bunch of laptops, TVs.
Yeah.
You can only get so much from Best Buy.
Yeah. You like most of the things are incredibly expensive.
Sure.
So I shop there for free.
Yeah.
I resell.
Oh,
I become a fucking millionaire.
okay, I get that.
But if we take away like let's put some conditions on this.
Yeah, because if we're talking resell, then I'm just gonna like, oh, Rolex,
Yeah.
oh, Balenciaga.
But I really like tech, and like I love the next greatest thing, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
And so if I had to pick a store, like I wouldn't pick like a multi-purpose like Target, because yeah, you can get your groceries and you can get some tech and you can get clothing. Like I'm not a big Target clothing guy.
Sure.
Obviously I have really
Yeah, I mean,
great
by the way
style.
you dress, I mean, obviously you don't shop at Target. You can't just get that.
Clearly I don't shop anywhere. I wear the same 5 outfits every week. But yeah, I mean, I would go ham at Best Buy. I'd get everything.
Yeah.
Like if like when we were kids, like middle school, high school, they would have like events where you could win like a shopping spree.
Yeah.
Like the local place.
Yep.
I would love to do that at like a Best Buy.
I know. I always thought about that. I'm like, why don't I get one of those? Why isn't anyone saying like, hey, you want a shopping spree? Fill your cart with whatever you want. Go crazy. That doesn't happen in real life.
Apparently, my Emily's sister did that as
What?
a kid. Yeah, she got a shopping spree at
How?
like one of the local grocery stores.
What was it, like a Make-A-Wish? What is this?
No, I think it was one of those like raffle things that she won.
Where are these raffles?
Here's the kicker: she
Yeah.
donated all of it.
What?
Right?
Are you kidding me?
Like, what a great thing to do! But man,
That's so selfless.
if I'm a kid and I'm doing I guess it was a grocery store, so it's
Wait, it was just a grocery store?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Makes
They didn't
sense.
have anything like cool, no games.
Yeah, it like wasn't like physical objects. It was mostly just food, which I
Yeah,
guess
but I feel
makes
like
sense.
if I was a kid, I would have been like, I'm gonna fill my cart with ice cream.
Yeah, I would have done
You
that.
know, or like something stupid like that. I'm getting 6 12-packs of Coke.
Yeah, that's probably exactly what I would have done.
Yeah,
And I sure as shit wouldn't have donated it
probably not.
because I'm
What
not a
a
good person,
what a great human. Who the hell does that?
especially as a kid.
Yeah.
That's a pretty nice thing to do.
Wow. I've never known anybody who's gotten one of those shopping sprees.
I know.
I want one. Give me one.
You could do it.
Yeah?
It just wouldn't be legal.
Yeah, that's true. Although at Target, I heard that they're not supposed to stop you. Or I was told that when I worked there.
They got a no chase policy.
Yeah, they're not supposed to stop you like until you like go past a threshold of like a certain dollar amount of items that you're stealing, or then they can charge you with a crime, like a real crime, like a felony or
I
something.
also feel like there has to be like a liability component to it.
Yeah, they also don't want you chasing after. They have like security people for a reason. Like you're not supposed to like chase someone out of the store. Like you just call the security guard and go like, "Hey, they punched somebody."
Although I remember when I worked at Walgreens and I was doing like all the training and education and whatever course on shoplifters came up, or not even shoplifters, but specifically like someone coming to like rob the store.
Yeah.
Like take money. I think the first lesson was like just obviously let them do what they want. Like if
Right.
they're like, hey, open the register, do like comply.
Yeah.
But then they were like, if you have to, fight back using like throw merchandise at them.
Don't do that. What they told you to do that? They told you to like
If-
pick up a carton of cigarettes and toss it at them.
If I'm remembering correctly, I think it was like if you have to defend yourself or something.
Okay.
So like it definitely like
Okay,
wasn't
I
the
guess
first
if
thing.
you're doing self-defense, sure.
Yeah, because step one wasn't like
Step
fight
one,
back,
start throwing things off the shelves.
defend the till, die at the till,
Die for the till.
Oh God.
Yeah, I remember working at a gas station. Like there would be like, there's a couple times where there was one instance where somebody was literally trying to like steal, and they like, but they were like a real criminal because they like gave us a faulty check. Like they've done this before.
Oh, okay.
Like they were popping in and hitting a bunch of gas stations. So like they came in, started loading stuff up on the counter or whatever, and then they like paid with a check, which hardly anyone does. So like the process for paying with a check is you just like put it aside, and then my manager would like process it later. So he like gives us this check or whatever, and then he like walks out to his car, and this person next to me, she was an older lady, she'd seen some things. She was a seasoned gas station worker. She was like, I think they're trying to steal from us. I was like, really? Because I was like a teenager. I'm a nice kid. I was like talking with this guy. He was a nice guy. Obviously, he was very good at being charming. So I didn't, wasn't tipped off that he was trying to steal. Not that I would care anyways, because I just work at a gas station. But
Also, like, there's not like a lot of high value.
yeah, they were like,
Things at a gas
well,
station.
they got away with, all they ended up getting away with was like gas, which people drive off all the time anyways.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, they were just loading up like soda and I don't know, whatever stuff, just random stuff from the shelves. So I was like, whatever. So then she just told them to skedaddle.
I remember my first day at Walgreens. One of my classmates, who I will never obviously say their name, but one of my classmates was caught shoplifting. It was very awkward.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, that's weird.
because it's like 10th grade or something.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's like, come on.
Don't do that. Come on. Don't shoplift.
I mean, I didn't catch them. My manager did, but it was just like we had to call the police and just like really awkward.
You called the police on a shoplifter?
I didn't call the police. The manager did.
Oh, come on. If it's a kid, dude.
Yeah.
Just like, whatever. Get out of here.
Like, hey, give us the stuff back. Go home.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't make me call your mom.
Do you have any like good horror stories from working retail?
Working retail?
Because I got one.
I got a lot of weird ones.
Locked in the chamber.
I used to work at one of those Pizza Huts inside of a Target. One time somebody came up to the counter with a full-ass watermelon. He plopped it on the counter, and he was like, "You got a knife to cut this watermelon?" We're in a Target, by the way. We're in a Target. I'm like, no, I don't have a knife that big back here. No. He's like, are you kidding me? I got to cut this watermelon. I'm like, no, I don't have a knife for your watermelon, sir. And I had to send him on his way.
I feel like that could easily go wrong. The dude's like in a Target.
Also, like, I don't think I'm supposed to hand people knives.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could, like, that would be, you know, someone unsuspecting, like someone who doesn't care, but like, sure,
Yeah.
I'll give you a knife. And boom, now you have like
Boom.
an armed,
Now I'm
an
knifed.
armed criminal.
Yeah, now we got an armed man.
I remember when I was, for like my first few years of working at Walgreens, before I moved into the photo booth.
Yeah.
Love the photo booth.
Love it.
I would go back there any day. That's not true. I was working the front register and I hear this. I just like keep hearing this sound. I'm like, what
is that?
What is that? What is that? And like after about 5 minutes of just hearing this, I finally like I'm starting to look around the store, and I noticed in the back right corner, from my perspective up at the front register, that's like all the beauty cosmetic stuff is.
Yeah.
And there's someone literally clipping their nails, clipping their nails and their kid's nails, and the kid is like sitting in a cart, and they're just like clipping their nails, and it's like falling onto the floor.
Yeah.
And then they came up and like rang up.
Yeah.
They did not buy nail clippers.
I would have just said, take the nail clippers. Just take them.
Like that's so
Just take the nail clippers.
So fucking gross.
Gross. Yeah, I would have been like, look, you used them? Don't even pay for them. Just take them. Take them home because I don't want to deal with this. It's too much for me.
It's just like, I got a weird thing with like nails.
Yeah.
And it's just odd that someone would do that and like groom their kid in the middle of a store.
Also, like, $2 for a nail clipper.
Very cheap.
If they're purchasing other things, just throw the nail clipper in there. Why not?
I'll buy it for you.
Yeah.
Find a coupon.
Come on.
We'll find a way to.
We'll get a coupon.
Find a way so you can own your own pair.
If you really
of
need,
nail
if you're
clippers.
that desperate for a pair of nail clippers, then I'll just give them to you, man. I'll just give them to you.
Pair of male clippers.
Pale male clippers.
This one woman used to sexually harass me and my my male coworkers.
I think you used to tell me about this. Wait, tell the story. I got to hear it again.
So it was like I'd only been there a couple months, and I was 16. Like I was fresh and ready for the workforce. And there was this older woman who I have to believe had some mental illness.
Possibly.
So I don't talk poorly about her because of that mental illness.
Absolutely
it's
not.
what she did with it that really threw me off.
Okay.
And so like you don't really hear about men getting sexually harassed a lot.
No.
Because it's not as common, I would say, as women getting sexually harassed.
Definitely
but
not.
also like there's kind of a different outlook on it.
A different dynamic. I feel like it's
definitely.
less reported because of that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so this woman would come in, and I mean, I was 16, she was in her 50s, and she was like kind of greasy, wore like these like baggy gray sweatpants.
Okay, yeah.
Didn't smell all that great.
Say it slower.
But when she would come to the counter, my first time, she's like, "So what time do you get off?" And I'm like, later." She's like, "Did you want to come over to my house after this?" Like she's full on sexualizing a minor.
Like whoa.
Yeah. And she did it to all me and my male coworkers who were all like it's Walgreens. Everyone's a fucking high school.
Yeah, everyone's in high school.
And that woman, like literally, I don't know if trauma is the right word, but every time after that, when she would come in, I would literally shake because I just did not want to interact with her.
Yeah.
And it reached this one point where I was checking everyone out, and I saw she was coming up to my line. And I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm so tired of dealing with this woman. Mm-hmm. And some of my managers were over, unloading a cart or something.
Yeah.
And they probably were talking about her. Like, in all fairness, they were probably talking about her.
If you ever go into any retail establishment and you're a regular there, they talk about you behind your back, 100%.
They absolutely talk about you. But this lady comes up, and her completely different demeanor change. Normally, she's like this weird, creepy, like nice and sweet lady who's trying to fuck you.
Sure. Nice, sweet, just trying to have sex with you.
Complete 180. She's angry. She's like, I know you guys are talking about me. I can hear everything you're saying. You guys don't like me. And I'm like, that's not true, ma'am. I'm like,
You still got your customer service voice
I know.
on. You're like, oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way, ma'am.
no. And so I'm like just trying to quickly check her out. And like I handed her a
Really,
change.
you're instigating her. You're checking her out.
Okay.
I know. I'm just
Elliott is part of the problem. I was trying to give her her change, and she took it and like literally whipped it at me.
What?
Yeah.
She assaulted you.
Yeah, she
with
assaulted.
change.
I mean, it didn't hurt, but it was still probably technically legally defined as assault. And then like I think eventually the manager kicked her out, and she never came back after that.
Yeah.
But man, every time I would see her, I would like physically vibrate and shake, and I'd have to, go. And I would usually just hide in like the stock room.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild. You always had those customers who you're like, I do not want to talk to this person.
Not to go on about this, but we had this one customer who was very nice.
Yeah.
Kind of awkward little lady, but her hands were always like drenched in sweat. And what she'd always do, she'd always get like a money order, and she would always have like a bag of change.
Yeah.
She'd be like, "Can I get a $50 gift card? And here's 3,000 quarters." And like she'd always find a way to like just graze your hand.
3,000 quarters.
Would just like kind of slop off on you. It's like, ugh. But yeah, at least she was nice.
Yeah, sweaty palms.
Sweaty palms.
Some people got sweaty palms. Maybe she
Some
couldn't
people
help
have
it.
sweaty
Maybe she had enlarged sweat glands on her hands. You don't know what she's going through in her life. You have no idea.
You're right.
But why the hell would she bring 3,000 quarters? That is the biggest
There was
offense.
always so many quarters, and you obviously have to count all of them to make sure that
You had to count
Well,
each
yeah.
and every one.
It wasn't 3,000 quarters, but it was 200 quarters.
I feel like if it's
Probably
that
more.
many, I'm like, I trust you.
No, you got
Sounds good.
You got to count them 1, 2. But the moral of all these stories is, man, just respect your retail workers.
Yeah, respect them. They're on the front lines.
It's like the worst job.
It is not fun.
It's the worst.
Yeah. I didn't even tell you what store I would shop at.
That's true.
Not that it matters at this point.
Walgreens.
I was going to say like fucking Costco or something.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, just get all my stuff in bulk. And they got clothes at Costco. I could get one of those. Ooh, they got so much at Costco. I didn't even think about this until right now. I've been wanting to get one of those inflatable hot tubs.
For where?
I'm going to put it on my deck or something.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, they got these like nice inflatable hot tubs for like $300 or something. If I could get one for free, that'd be worth it alone.
You could definitely get one like today.
Yeah, I could go buy one. Yeah, sure, but why would I do that?
There's this thing I really want, and I could get it for $300, but I really want it for free. Come on, man. Just go buy it. Let's go together.
Let's just pop over to Costco.
Yeah, Costco's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's probably pretty solid, something like that.
Nice job.
Yeah. Or Gucci. Rolex.
All right, hand me your phone. I got such a wild story. You're not going to believe it.
Okay.
You haven't heard of this, right? Did you read it?
I didn't read it, so I don't know.
Good. I'm going to tell you the headline, as we naturally do.
Yep.
It's loading.
Okay.
California. Did you want to keep talking?
Where was it?
You're going to talk as soon
No,
as
I won't.
California deputies use tax dollars to travel 500 miles. They cross 6 counties to kill a pet goat.
What?
Yeah.
Just for a goat.
So here's the story.
Okay.
There's a mom,
A mom?
and this mom has a 9-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
And this family is involved in the local 4-H.
Oh.
And so the
The
mom...
local 4-H,
yeah,
which,
the-
if people don't know, it's for farmers.
Yep, for farmers,
I don't know.
agriculturalists,
agricultural
crafts.
extracurricular activities.
Yeah. And so the mom had gotten this child a goat. It's like
Yes.
it's like a goat.
Nice.
And eventually the goat ended up at an auction at 4-H, because part of 4-H is they'll like auction off like poultry and beef and whatnot. And the goat ended up in the auction.
Oh.
And the goat ended up being sold. And so the mom started thinking like, oh my God, the daughter's going to, feel really bad about this. And apparently the kid had lost like 3 grandparents in the span of like the last year.
Not the goat.
Not
That's
the goat.
the last straw.
And so the mom says, you know what? We're pulling back. We're going to compensate the person who purchased the goat. We're going to pay back everything. We're going to take the goat. So they take the goat. They ended up bringing it a couple counties over, several hundred miles away, I think like 200 miles away,
Okay.
to a farm that could take care of the goat, where the goat would be happy and safe. So the goat doesn't die.
Sure.
The person, I believe, that bought the goat was like, you know what? I'm not going to push back. I'm okay with this.
Sure.
The 4-H, however, that organization, they were threatening litigation.
Why?
because they're saying that there was theft and the goat has to be returned. And so this 4-H organization ends up contacting the local police force.
Oh.
The police then drive to a farm that they believe is the farm that has the goat. They're wrong. They have to drive to another farm.
Okay.
They take the goat, drive it back to their hometown or whatever.
Yeah.
And that goat gets slaughtered.
What? Why?
And so round trip, the police drove 500 miles, all on taxpayer dollars.
Wow.
To find this goat and ultimately just like to teach this girl a lesson, I guess.
This poor little girl
Yeah.
just wanted her pet goat back.
Yeah.
And because of 4-H, they called the police to come drive hundreds of miles to get this goat, and they killed it. Wait, did the police kill the goat?
No.
Who killed the goat?
I'm assuming it was surrendered back to 4-H and then it was slaughtered and the meat was auctioned off. Because
That's horrible.
It wasn't auctioned as a goat. It was auctioned as goat meat.
Oh, that's messed up.
I mean, that's the nature of 4-H. That's just how that rolls. But that's so fucked up.
That's so weird. Why would they even call the authorities? If the person selling the goat or auctioning the goat and the person who purchased said goat have agreed that, oh, I'll just give you the goat back, you'll compensate me, why is there an issue? Why does 4-H have to involve the police, the authorities? What does this have to do with them?
Why are the authorities driving like several jurisdictions over?
They must really not have anything going on in their town if they're like, hey, we got a call about a goat. We got to go get it.
I know. So, you sometimes hear stories about police being, inactive. They're not taking things seriously. Of all things to take seriously. In my mind, this would not be it.
Yeah.
But of course they did for some reason.
Like, why are you even responding to the goat call? Who cares about the goat?
And also, it's a goat. Like,
it's a goat, man.
Why do we got to kill it, man?
Come on.
I understand, like, with cattle, like, there's several $1,000s because there's so much meat to them.
Yeah.
But a goat really cannot have that much.
It's just a goat.
It's just a goat. They're very cute, very sweet.
Yeah.
I honestly have a hard time with animals dying.
Really?
For meat.
Really?
I'm a total hypocrite.
Don't you love steak and other
love
meats?
Meat. I absolutely love meat. But that's why I say I'm fully a hypocrite, because when confronted with the facts about how these animals die, I can't stomach it.
Wow.
But I will gladly go home and eat a hamburger.
It sounds like you might be a future vegetarian.
No.
Like one day you're gonna snap. You're gonna be like, I can't handle this anymore. This is unethical. We cannot kill animals anymore.
I think if I ever transitioned to a different diet that wasn't that didn't involve like red meat and beef, I would probably be like a pescatarian.
Okay, just fish.
Because fish, there's arguments that they don't feel the same like things that like pigs and cows do.
Okay.
And so that I can get behind. Like I don't cry when a fish dies, but like if you showed me a video of like this cow named Thomas, and then it like later it died, I would full on break down and cry.
It's interesting. I thought I was going to pull something up because I actually read something recently that fish do have feelings.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That science has actually done some experiments and fish do actually feel and have emotions.
I mean, I would never. I'm not going to say you're wrong. I don't know enough about it. I just know that a lot of times, like a pescatarian justification of their diet is that
fish are stupid.
Fish are dumb, bro.
I had an ex-coworker who became a vegetarian because he spent 3 months on a fishing boat in Alaska, and his job on this fishing boat was to kill all the fish. So what he would do is he would take the fish that they caught, take a mallet, and they kill him with a mallet. They just smack him on the face and kill him. He did that for 3 months.
Do they need to preserve the heads?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Why don't you just chop the head off?
Maybe I don't know if it smashes them though. Maybe the mallet just breaks their brains and they die instantaneously.
I guess I could see that being a breaking point.
Yeah.
Like if I became
if you have to mutilate that many animals, or maybe not mutilate, but to kill that many animals with your own hands, beat them to death with a mallet.
If I became a pescatarian, I wouldn't suddenly then start fishing and killing all of my meals, right?
Yeah.
I would still have someone else, catch.
Right. You're still buying them at the store.
But if I have to physically beat fish to death for 3 straight months,
it's gonna affect you.
That would probably
it's gonna get to you.
Because then if I had to do that for my beef, if you saw me in a field and I was just
beating cows,
beating the shit out of a cow,
yeah,
that would get to my psyche pretty quick.
I could imagine.
Yeah,
I could imagine. Yeah.
Well, the clock has struck that time that is on the clock that says it's time for us to be done.
Oh.
Do you have any closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. If you have a goat and you want to sell that goat, but then you decide that you don't want to sell that goat, that's totally okay. Keep your goat. It's your goat. Also, don't kill animals. They're beings with feelings and emotions, but they do taste good. So I don't know. It's a little conflicting there. I'm not really sure how I feel about it. Also, if you I hope you have a good day. That's all I've got for you. I don't really know. Yep, that's it. Yep.